Hey gamers! If you're a fan of Castlevania games, then you've come to the right place. In this video I will tell you legendary Castlevania games that you should play if you're a Metroidvania fan. Some of you maybe disagree with the ranking, but that's okay. All I know, this game is a good game. Especially if you're a Castlevania fan. But before we go into the list, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor. Looking for amazing deals on games? Check out Instant Gaming. This site is your go-to for getting games at unbeatable prices, and it's super easy to use. You can search your favorite games for various platforms like PC, PS5, Xbox, and even Nintendo Switch. How do I obtain this excellent discount? It's simple. Just hit the link in the description, create your own ID, and start by your favorite games here. And once you make a purchase, you'll receive an activation code to redeem on your preferred platform. Plus, by using my link, you not only saves you some money but also helps me support this channel. Alright then, let's get back into the list. Castlevania is a classic NES action platformer where players control Simon Belmont as he battles through Dracula's castle, defeating various monsters and bosses. The gameplay combines challenging 2D platforming with stiff controls, particularly during jumps, which can lead to frustrating deaths. Simon uses a whip and various secondary weapons to fight enemies, and each level introduces new challenges and unique environments. While the graphics are decent, the standout feature is the nostalgic and motivating music. The game is tough but rewarding, especially when defeating the classic monster bosses like Frankenstein and Medusa. Haunted Castle takes one of the most criticized entries in the Castlevania series and gives it a fresh, much-needed makeover. Originally released in 1987, the game was known for its unfair difficulty and awkward controls, but the remake by M2 has smoothed out these rough edges, making it more balanced and enjoyable. The visuals have been significantly upgraded, with more detailed enemies and improved animations, especially for the bosses. The soundtrack, a highlight of the original, has been enhanced while retaining its classic feel. Despite the improvements, the game's early mechanics still hold it back from reaching the heights of other Castlevania classics. Castlevania Lament of Innocence brings the series into 3D with improved gameplay and visuals. The game combines smooth combat, influenced by Devil May Cry, with classic Castlevania elements like varied sub-weapons. The environments are beautifully crafted, though character models are merely decent. Michiru Yamane's soundtrack enhances the game with a range of elegant and intense compositions. The story, which follows Leon Belmont rescuing his fiancée from a vampire, effectively sets up the series' lore. Despite some over-the-top voice acting, the game is a memorable and enjoyable entry for Castlevania fans. Castlevania Portrait of Ruin sticks to the classic exploration-heavy, RPG style that fans expect from the series. Set in 1944, the story follows Jonathan Morris and his companion Charlotte Allen as they attempt to stop a new villain, Bronner, from using Dracula's castle and his demonic paintings to conquer the world. The gameplay is familiar, with the added feature of switching between characters, though the touchpad is underutilized. The graphics are solid but reuse many sprites from earlier games, while the soundtrack continues the series' tradition of great music. The plot isn't groundbreaking, but the game offers plenty of replay value through extra modes and content. It's a solid Castlevania entry that doesn't innovate but still delivers a satisfying experience to revisit in this 2024. Castlevania X Rondo of Blood was once an elusive gem in the Castlevania series. The game stays true to the classic Castlevania formula, featuring familiar mechanics and a storyline where Richter Belmont battles Dracula to rescue his kidnapped girlfriend. While Maria Renard offers an easier gameplay option, her overpowered abilities make Richter the preferred choice for a more traditional challenge. The level design is solid but not as inventive as other entries like Castlevania 3 or Bloodlines. However, the game's bosses are well designed and memorable. Though it may not be the best in the series, Rondo of Blood remains a must-play for Castlevania fans. Castlevania Circle of the Moon was released by Konami for the Game Boy Advance in 2001 and is a Metroidvania-style game following Symphony of the Night. Unlike its predecessor, this game was not produced by Koji Igarashi, leading to noticeable differences in enemy designs and the replacement of the Vampire Killer whip with the Hunter's Whip. Despite these changes, Circle of the Moon retains its status as a true Castlevania title. It introduced new elements and freedom of movement while maintaining some core aspects of the series. The game is well regarded among Game Boy Advance titles. A revisit reveals both its unique contributions and its connection to the series' legacy. It doesn't look as nice as some of the others in the GBA Renaissance. But overall, it's probably your go-to Castlevania game. Castlevania Order of Ecclesia delivers a challenging experience on the DS, continuing the series' legacy with a tough, rewarding gameplay. The game introduces Shanoa and the new glyph system, which offers unique abilities but takes time to fully explore. Unlike previous titles, it features linear, smaller levels instead of the interconnected castle design, which can feel repetitive. The villager system adds depth by allowing players to upgrade the town and complete various side quests. While the first half of the game is more straightforward, the second half becomes more engaging with complex challenges and powerful glyphs. With excellent visuals and music, Order of Ecclesia stands out as a solid and visually impressive entry in the Castlevania series. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is getting a major update on May 16, 2024, for the Switch. The update introduces two new modes, Chaos Mode and Versus Mode. Chaos Mode lets you and a friend battle enemies and bosses in random rooms, earning upgrades along the way. Versus Mode is a PvP mode where you compete against friends by fighting enemies and using items to gain an advantage. The update will also include new cosmetic packs and a free Shantae-themed costume. Additionally, a new mode called Classic 2 will be released later, featuring a larger map and a new storyline. This update promises to bring fresh content to keep the Metroidvania fans engaged and absolutely must play to revisit in this 2024. Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow picks up in 2036 with Soma Cruz dealing with the reality of being Dracula's reincarnation. After an attack by cult leader Celia Fortner, Soma, with the help of government agent Genya Arikado, sets out to stop her plan to create a new Dark Lord using two candidates. The game suffers from tedious grinding for souls and weapon upgrades, particularly with the Soul Eater Ring, which requires excessive time to acquire. The game shines with its variety of useful souls, fun weapon upgrades, and a standout soundtrack. One of the top 3 Metroid-like Castlevania games. It's more balanced and it has a little bit of length to it, not to mention some replay value. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is a classic Metroidvania game known for its exceptional design and enduring appeal. Who doesn't know about this game, huh? Set in 1797, you play as Alucard, Dracula's son, navigating a castle to confront his father and rescue a missing vampire hunter. The game excels with its fluid combat, diverse weaponry, and transformative abilities that enhance both combat and exploration. The castle's intricate level design, along with its hidden secrets and the challenging inverted castle, adds depth to the experience. The game remains a must-play classic, celebrated for its innovative gameplay and lasting impact on the genre. Why you should revisit these games in this 2024? Because the Castlevania Dominus Collection. The Castlevania Dominus Collection for the PS5, Switch, Steam and Xbox Series X or S brings together 3 standout DS games, Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, and Order of Ecclesia, each offering a classic Igavania experience. The games look fantastic, with improved visuals. The collection includes 2 bonus titles, the original Haunted Castle and its reworked version, Haunted Castle Revisited, which turns a frustrating game into a genuinely enjoyable experience. But come on Konami, please give us Symphony of the Night too. And that's it for today. What do you think about this list? I know there are best Castlevania games out there that I haven't mentioned yet. Please share your favorite Castlevania games that you think deserve a spot here. Don't forget to like this video and make sure you subscribe to this channel if you don't want to miss another great list. And as always, thank you for watching. And see you in the next video.